I love cooking wild game birds, especially pheasant. And if you do it just right, it can turn out wonderfully moist. A good trick to make sure that you get a nice moist bird is a brine. And here I have enough water to brine one bird. It's 5 cups of water. We're going to add 1 cinnamon stick, broken in half, 2 bay leaves, a half a cup of brown sugar, a 1/4 cup of kosher salt, some star anise, allspice, whole clove, juniper, some crushed nutmeg, and also some rosemary and a half of an orange. So we have our pheasant here that's been brined, and we are going to prepare our pan for it to be roasted. Now what I like to do, a little trick, is to create our own little roasting pan with some carrots by cutting them and flattening them out and putting them in the pan. It lifts the bird off of the base of the pan to help the air circulate, create more moisture, and help the sauce get created. Just put them in a fashion that is going to allow the bird to sit flat on your little roaster. Very simple. And now we're going to stuff the bird. So I have it here. We're going to use some oranges, apples. Really get them in there. You want to really poof the bird up and give it a lot of volume. It'll help it cook more evenly as well. And a whole bunch of fresh herbs, sage, rosemary, thyme. We're going to put that right in the top as well. Really stuff that last one in there. And now I'm going to have to wash my hands. You really want to wash your hands when you're working with poultry. So now we have the bird fully stuffed, and we are going to just grab a little nice extra virgin olive oil, just lightly coat it and rub it around with your fingers. It's really going to help brown up the bird, get a nice color, and even cook while you're roasting it. And a little bit of salt and pepper. And then right into the pan. And just make sure you position it so it doesn't fall off the roaster. Give it a little shake just to see, to make sure. So we have our bird ready here in the pan, and we're going to add a half a stick of butter and some chicken stock. About a half a cup. And this is going to go into a preheated oven at 375 degrees for about an hour and 15 minutes. And then right at the end, I like to kick it on broil for about 5 minutes to really get it crispy and dark. So we've taken the bird out, it's done roasting, it's going to rest for 5 or 10 minutes. You want to rest the bird for that allotted time just so all the moisture can stay and hold inside of the pheasant itself. If you cut it too early, it's just going to seep out everything and the bird's going to dry out. So I have the pan here that we roasted the pheasant in. It has all the drippings and the nice juices that have come out of it, and we're going to create the sauce with that. And all we're going to need to do is I've taken one of the quartered oranges out of the pheasant and put it in the pan, squeezed out the juice. I'm going to turn on the flame on high, and we are going to add a half a stick of butter. And then also I have some chicken stock here fortified with a little apple cider. And we're going to put a cup of that in and add a little bit of salt. And we'll bring that up to a boil and let it reduce down. So our sauce is finished, and it's reduced down by at least a half. And when you're ready to serve it, just bring it up to a boil, nice quick simmer, and pour it over the pheasant. So here's the finished bird in the side dish, our wonderful sauce. And that's how you bring a pheasant from the field to the table.